He was only 96 when he passed away. Although if his many admirers could have had their way, he would have lived to more than 800, just like the Jedi Master Yoda, one of the many characters associated with him. He was also called a rock star of business, the wise owl of Asia, a global citizen, revered steward, mentor, and icon. But it was said he would have only wanted to be remembered as simply a bookkeeper. His name? Washington SyCip, the S in SGV. People called him Mr. SyCip, or WS, although his closest confidants simply called him Wash. Born in 1921, he was immensely proud to have been a product of the Philippine public school system. He was always at the top of his class and passed the CPA board exam at 18. Too young to practice accountancy at that age, he went abroad for his PhD. But when the Second World War broke out, he enlisted with the US Army and was assigned to the 2nd Filipino Regiment. He was later transferred and became an Army cryptographer to decode enemy messages. After the war ended in 1946, he returned home to Manila and was met by a devastated city. But with his innate vision and optimism, he saw endless opportunities amidst the chaos. He established SyCip and Company in 1946 because he knew that all businesses would need an accountant to rebuild. In less than a decade, the company eventually became SGV. Seeing beyond Philippine horizons, he led the SGV group to become one of the country's first multinational companies with member firms from various countries. His vision led to the development of accountancy in many countries, particularly in ASEAN. From the start, he believed in meritocracy and inclusion. Everyone in SGV has the same opportunities to succeed, regardless of gender, family background, or school attended. SGV admitted its first woman partner 60 years ago when it was uncommon. In the 1980s, he foresaw how technology would change businesses and companies in the future, leading to SGV's alliance with Arthur Andersen Worldwide. After several years, SGV again reinvented itself by becoming a member firm of Ernst & Young Global, a powerful synergy that lasts to this day. Mr. SyCip retired when he turned 75, but continued to serve as a mentor. His presence in SGV was larger than life. Even in his 90s, he would appear at the office every day as a living inspiration for SGVians. His wisdom was legendary. As a young professional in SGV, I've always wondered what it would be like to have Mr. SyCip around. But as we will learn from the people who personally knew him, living up to these lessons is just like having known Mr. SyCip too.
For Mr. SyCip, time was never to be wasted. He used to gently scold staff members who took their time getting on the elevator that they were delaying the progress of the nation.
They knew I was quite strict, no? Which, I mean, you need to maintain a certain discipline in an organization. They knew that I would not ask them to be on time if I'm not on time. No?
He would work in the car, on the plane, anywhere he had time. His appointments were sometimes booked 3 years in advance.
And what can Mr. SyCip teach us about embracing change?
WS was always open to new ideas, new experiences, and even new fashion. Despite his age, he always welcomed learning from others as well. He stored up information and used his vast knowledge to help us and our clients in building relationships, for organizations to grow, and for the country to progress.
And I learned a lot from these young people because my associations and everything are with the older generation. And when you talk to these young people, it's good, you get their viewpoints. And if I were to advise companies, I have to know.
And for the most important lesson of all, SGV's leaders have this wisdom to share from Mr. SyCip.
He brought integrity to his advocacies, basic public education and literacy, microfinance, and public health, all done in his efforts to alleviate poverty in the Philippines. It was never about himself, but always about helping uplift others. He will be remembered for his kindness, generosity, and deep love for the country.
There must have some concern over the country and the community So, by setting up a foundation, we want all the partners to contribute to the foundation, and I set the example first myself.
WS was the ultimate steward. He never stopped reminding us that SGV was built on integrity, and our role is to protect and preserve it for future generations. Mr. SyCip was known as an upright and principled person, which is why, even after he retired, huge companies sought him out as a board director or advisor because to have him on your team was like a seal of good governance.
Mr. SyCip dedicated his life to the Philippines. He ingrained in us his vision that SGV can only prosper if the country prospers. He was immensely proud of all Filipinos. He believed in the Filipino, especially the Filipino professional. Mr. SyCip would always say that the greatest legacy of SGV to the country is the quality of its people.
The most important thing you have to do is to be sure that if you are run over by a truck tomorrow, who succeeds you? In other words, don't put everything just in your hands, but be sure you develop other people. So the matter of training has always been a hallmark of our firm.
All these lessons comprise Washington SyCip's enduring presence in SGV and are embodied in our continuing purpose to nurture leaders and enable businesses for a better Philippines. You and I, we have this great honor of living Mr. SyCip's legacy and passing these lessons on to the next generation. He was only 25 years old when he founded SGV. It just means one thing: we are never too young nor too old to learn from Mr. SyCip. And I hope that we will always remember one thing: even if he never met us, Mr. SyCip believed in us and our potential, just as he believed in the limitless potential of all Filipinos. Mr. SyCip may be gone, but his legacy lives on in all of us at SGV.